Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. To recap, we investigated the site of our friend's murder, and we have picked up some coats and blankets, we've got a test tube piece, and we have a bar tab receipt for a server called Coyote, which sounds a bit like a stripper. We've also got 5 karma, so let's go ahead and spend that. Now let's have a look. So at the moment we're not particularly good at anything, but we will get better, much better in fact. So the very first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get a totem choice. Okay, so we'll go through all these. Bear heals all friends in within 3. That should be together. We got cat, dodge +1 for 3 rounds. Coyote, quickness +1 for 3 turns. Eagle, 15% chance to hit for 2 turns. Raccoon, move bonus of +2 for 2 rounds. Bear heals all friendlies. Cat +1 dodge. Coyote. That's it. That's all we've got. That's all we've got. So I think we'll go for Eagle. +15% to hit is pretty good. Let's see, anything else? I'll put a point into melee weapons and a point into dodge. We have to get our hands on a melee weapon because at the moment all we've got is this baseball bat, which I suppose counts, but it's not really that good. So let's give this old man his coat and blanket. I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. My stuff! Micey decent of you. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. No, we don't need them. Right. So, the seamstresses union. Yep. Relative to the rest of the barons, Torresville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is a seamstresses union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutter adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. So 2 karma for going in here. Let's go speak to this lady here. Cherry Bomb, another stripper name. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonise save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum attraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, I haven't seen you before here. What can I get you? Let's see, we can hit on her, ask for a drink. Let's go for straight to the point. We found a bar tab with Coyote's name on it. Is she here? She looks worried. No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? Is she a shaman with a name like Coyote? She laughs. No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Okay. Her face falls. She's been missing since yesterday. Some people think that the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. So it's a bloke called Shane. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper is out here and he's real. That last killing happened just down the block, and now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a PhD D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ogermans. And how am I paying for it? Bartending. Tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's Girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what do you want? A better life. a better world for everyone. A universal brotherhood can give you that. I've heard this all before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armoured in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Tailstring gave a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. So it sounds a little bit like a cult. I got family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now, Buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry, I got interrupted. Let's see what we can say. We can say boyfriend, find religion. Let's go for the top one. He's got the strength of the righteous, doesn't he? Her pretty eyes narrow. Be careful about whose conversation you listen on here. Some folks aren't as friendly as I am. You got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. Are you a badge? Do I look like a cop? She flutters her eyelashes. No, baby, you look like someone who knows the shadows. We're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. Ask away. Ever heard of her name, Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam on the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to them. That'll be Mrs. Kubuta. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate the help. Gutter punks have to stick together. Talk to you later. Okay, what's this orc? Hey guy, I got some extra outfits. Okay, I'll take a look. +3 armor. Let's have a look at the... Oh, we'll sell the grenade, don't need that. Let's see what we've got on us. It doesn't tell us. That's unfortunate. I'll just exit out and I'll just check through here. So our current outfit is just armor 1. Okay. Well, it would be nice to have some better armor. We've got 2,000. Let's have a look. The tourist look. Okay, so it's the top ones there. That's 4 armor for that one. Secure ninja clothing. Dodge +1. Charisma +1. Willpower +1. Intelligence +1. Let's go for the dodge +1. Oh yeah. Definitely look like a ninja now. Let's just sell the other clothes back to him. 37 yuan. There we go. I guess we're going to go into the back here. Who's this person here? Jin Parks. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanour reads dealer rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She has you with a sneer. You look like you could use some firepower, something simple. I got guns so smart they practically fire themselves. You looking for tech? Got some of that too, if that's the way you roll. Let's have a look at what she sells. Ah, there we go. Damage for mache, compared to damage to baseball bat. Lots and lots of grenades, health kits. I've got 1 basic med kit. Okay. I'll buy a basic med kit. Never know when you need that. And I'll upgrade to a mache. Confirm that. Let's get rid of the baseball bat. Put that in the first slot. That's doubled the damage. And then let's sell the baseball bat back to her. 7 yuan. Okay. Posted at the door to the VIP section is a tower of a troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Funny, yeah, funny place for the architect to put a wall, referring to him. Will do. You get in trouble here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You have business here? I was a friend of Sam Watts. Know him? Sure, everyone here knew Sam. Shame to lose a part of the family. There was a sharpness in Clue's eyes, the look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated, didn't catch the specifics, might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. We got loads more people in here. Johnny Clean. Looks like a janitor. The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eyes that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? True, quite true, and I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here and staying alive in general. Gotta work. See you around. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. But I told you, it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I am honoured, your majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of ketchup. Forgive me, Jin. I was a fool. He looks you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Ah. So there's the ones that we need. Passive bonus, light cover against magical spells. And then we're able to get Mana Fist there. So we're definitely going to buy that one. We can't take any of the spells because we don't have any spell casting. But eventually we'll be able to get things like haste and slow. And there's some fetishes. We've already got one, so I don't think I'll bother with that just yet. So now we've got a permanent bonus. We always count as being in light cover whenever anyone tries to cast magic against us. And then we've got this one. Unarmed damage increased by 4, and you can activate it to increase it by a further 6. So that does way more damage than the Mache. And here's the Mrs. Kabuta. Mrs. Kabuta watches you cross the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she is of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanour says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Kabanwa, good evening. My, but aren't you a pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses Union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Or is this business? Let's see, business. I suspected as much when you walked in on me. What business do you have with me? I'm looking for information. She eyes you suspiciously. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, eh? So I've been told. Soka. So why should I help you? Sam Watts. I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? I knew him, we all did. Sam was a regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough nuyen to become altered in some way, drugs, chips, alcohol, it doesn't matter to Sam. As long as he was bent, he was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated as he often was. Coyote was working bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Her face darkens. Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She is a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. Let's see. If she's smart, why fear for her? Because she is in a dangerous line of work, and there is always someone smarter, more prepared. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here is the key. Okay. Let's go check it out. Okay, 2 doors we can go in. What's this one? Just a random hotel room. Okay. This one must be the one that we need. Yeah. Everything's lit up. Okay, let's go anti-clockwise. So, it looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Okay, so she's either moving out or she's moved in and hasn't unpacked. It's TV. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. A frame painting of the Chicago skyline, done in a stylized silhouette. What do we have here? We have Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Let's have a look at the first paper. There is a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Let's inspect the receipt. A receipt for a Browning Max Power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns and hot women turn her on. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutter dreck keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I tried to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstresses Union, but he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seen how far he can push me before I kick him out. I tried to be patient, but why does it all have to be one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drake like that again, and he would be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me more than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life altogether. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. Okay. Let's go check out the second paper. Handwritten poem. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. That's what the diary entry says. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco. Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Okay, third paper. Let's inspect the receipt. Cash on delivery receipt for a special order. 5 pounds of zebra meat from Murray's Meat Emporium located near Pike Place Market. Zebra meat. That's expensive and exotic. Look at the picture. A young girl with a caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadow scroll on it. Okay. And the fourth paper. Combination. Excellent. I'll put that down. Let's go find out what's in that safe. Yeah, input the code. What we got? A frag grenade. Is that it? Oh, okay. Right, computer. Coyote's computer is ancient, probably fished it out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display on screen password. Without the password, the only other option on the screen is password recovery. So, I'm not a decker, so let's go for password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions to reset password. Question 1, your first childhood pet. Well, let's go for Shadow, since that snake was called Shadow. Your favourite musical act. I have no idea. Let's go for Starfire, that sounds particularly girly. What is the name of your hometown? Well, we're going to assume it's Chicago, because of the painting. Oh, look at that. I guess those questions I answered correctly. Calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market during 30 minutes. Contacts. Coyote's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paco. There is no comlink number or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. Access history. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. That'd be what the zebra meets for then. It also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Right, so she's got an interest in... Maybe she wants to buy one. After all, if she had a snake. Right, let's go talk to Mrs. Kabuta. Do you know Paco? He's a ganger, a member of the Cutters. He was a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. He should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. I don't speak Japanese, so I have no idea how that's pronounced. Let's go. Oh, we could talk to Jin, ask her about the gun that she sold her. Did you sell a brownie max power to Coyote the bartender? Hey guy, I'm discreet. I don't talk about what my clients or what they buy. Bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. Let's be diplomatic. Of course, I'd expect no less. Listen, Coyote's missing and Mrs. Kubota asked me to find her. I need to know whatever you know. Whatever Mrs. Kubota wants. I didn't realize Coyote was missing. She said she had expected to encounter some kind of paranormal animal at close range. Oh, so that would be the Hellhound. So she's trying to fight one. I recommended the Ares Predator, but she couldn't afford it, so she went with the Brownie Max Power. Okay. Well, she didn't go with the Zebra meat, because we've still got the cash on delivery receipt. So either she was abducted before she was ready to go on the. She looks like she was preparing for a run. So she was either abducted before she went on the run, or something else happened. Maybe she's I forget the word. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Torresville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mowed to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things, illegal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. Find Coyote's boyfriend Paco. Patrick. Universal Brotherhood. Let's see what they're about. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, complete, undivided attention. Sir, you are a beautiful elf, but you could be so much more. What are you selling? I'm not selling anything. We are giving away the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy and productive life. Okay, I'll buy it. What are the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy and productive life? The first step is to simply come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Taylor-Strand will be speaking about the importance of family in the sixth world. Please join us tomorrow. The secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. I see. I don't think I want to get involved in that. Here's Paco. And I'll speak to him next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.